Hey, good morning. This is Zachary from Zachary Sweeps. I've swept this wood burning stove. It's a peanut wood burning stove. The reason why I'm doing this video is it's if you don't know how to take the parts out, it can be very complicated. And being a fitter for realistically, I was probably a fitter for 20 years. Well, I was head test registered for nearly God knows how many years now. I'm not now, and I wouldn't want to be fair. I love the National Association of Chimney Sweeps. They're the best. They're the number one, and I think their president is a top bloke, and he taught me more about fires than anybody else ever did throughout my career. Even when I was a bit training to be an apprentice doing this job. But the reason why I want to do this particular wood burner is because there's a lot going on with this one, and I'm going to do what you've got to remember is I've already swept it and I've taken everything down. So like if you ever got a bird protection on, then you've just got like a little Chinaman's hat, what we call them, just the cover to stop the rainwater coming down. You ever get any bird issues with them or anything like that, or if you're just starting in the game and you're like sweeping or whatever, you know, like as I said, part of this community channel is to like show people what things that they can do and what things that they can't do. And with these ones, they got baffle plates in, and it's very simple, but you just got to know how to do it, and there's a process. So if you can, what I would like you to do when you watch this video is what you've got to think about is like if you're going to take it all out, then you've got to do it the reverse way of what I'm showing you, because I got a bit carried away. I was going to do it the other way around, but I wanted to sweep the appliance first, get it all clean and tidy, so that it'd be easier for me to show you the brick. So remember, when everything's going back in, if you're going to take it out, you've got to start from the end of the video and watch and then do it that way around. So first thing we've got a baffle plate here. As you can see on this baffle plate, it's got these little holes on either side. They look like keyholes, don't they, on either side? And the reason being is there's a bolt underneath here, up here, that goes into that bit there, and then you slide it into position, so it locks into position. So what you do first off is you just put your hand up here and then you can feel where the bolts are. I can feel both bolts on either side. So what I do now is I put my hand, I always keep my fingers in the holes. See there? I've always put my fingers there. The reason why I do that is because then now I can feel where the bolts are, and then you know which way it goes in, and then you put it in. There you go. It's fitted. Simple as that. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to hoover that bit at the back there, because we don't want to put that on top of the wood burner, because that'll catch light, and as you can see, it's caught light up there. The bits dropping down, which is normal because of the weather that we've been having at the moment. It's completely normal. So what we do is just hoover that a little bit off up there. Back to where we brush. Give it a good. See, this is why I wanted to do it this way round, because when you take it all apart, all this stuff is just you can imagine the mess. Because like what happens is you can't stop the rain coming down. So what we do is we just make sure that this ledge up here is all clear as well, because obviously that's where this plate's going to be sitting on. So we just turn the hoover off now so you can hear what I'm saying. I'm going to have to put it back on in a minute, but what we do now is we get this plate and then we stick that on there, and it should just sit on top of this, because this one's, as you can see on here, there's a bolt here and there's a bolt here. So that's all bolted in like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a magic thing now. I'm going to switch the hoover back on, because obviously I want to make sure that the base is all clear. So what we do, this is really important with these ones, because if you don't know how to do them, then and a lot of sweeps won't know how to do them as well, because unless they've been a fitter as well as a chimney sweep, there's no training. I don't know if there is now, but that, you know, obviously, because now I don't need to be trained to undo these. Just make sure everything's all clean. The reason why you need it all clean on the edges and everything is it's pretty obvious, but you know, it's so that when you put the parts back in, that there's no bits that get in the way. So, you know, this is quite heavy, this bit that I'm holding up at the moment, because it's made of cast iron. So what you do is you get this plate here. They have to go at an angle like that, because obviously it's very, as I said, most things are very self-explanatory where they go, because they can only go one way, and then they literally just slide up along there like that, and then they go into position like that. See, like that. And then what you do is I'm just going to brush hoover the other side. So as you can see, that bit's in there. Make sure you keep everything all clean and everything. Make sure that this area is flush with that it's not sticking out, because if it is sticking out, then you won't be able to get the guard that goes across the front here back into position. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put these pieces in, and if you don't put it in this way, they will not go back. And remember, like the sloping bit, it can only go one way, and the thing is, even if you try to put it the other way, it won't fit, because on the bottom here, you see these bits here, well, there's a reason why they're there, because there's bolts here, just behind this bit, there's bolts here, so that are facing that direction. So if you try to put it any other way, there's a bit of crap on the top there, so we'll just brush that off. So if you try and do it any other way, and remember, you know, if you got to take them out, got to replace any of the, especially the fire bricks that have got to go in afterwards. Just remember, just watch the video and then do it the opposite way. Then this goes in here like that, and then that goes in there like that. I saw that move then. So make sure that everything's all flush, and because what it is, when you put your hand up on these plates up above, they've got like little lips on the top of them up where, you know, where I put that baffle plate up. As you can see here, you can see it in the camera here. Well, on the right hand side, I might be able to show you with the torch. Let me see if I do have the torch. There it is. You might be able to see it. I don't know why they got SOS on them. It's so stupid. And these are from millets. You probably don't have millets in America, but let me get my hand out of the way. But just up here, probably see it clearer, because I know that these videos come out clearer. There's a lip just along there, and that lip's got to be on this side, and there's another lip on that side. So basically what you do is you just put your hand up and make sure, you can even make sure that it's in right, because like you can feel the back of this here, you see here, along here, you can feel the back, and that's all right, that's fine. And what I do is, this is important, make sure that there's no ash building up on here. And then the reason why you've got to do it this way round is because if you don't do it this way round, you won't be able to get the rest of the stuff in. So it's really important that you do that. So you see these bricks, these fire bricks, like you can see the lips on the side here, yeah? See them lips? Well, what happens with them, I'm not sure which way around they go, but what happens with them, let's just brush that down. I mean, obviously the curved end goes that side. They actually go in first and they like hook up into position, but they go right at the back, like that. And obviously it's self-explanatory where they go. And then you've got another one to go on this side, and then you put it up there. So they literally stay up there like that. So they hover. So if you try to take them out without taking the base out first, it's not going to work. You will end up breaking the bricks. So what you do now is you get the bricks that sit on the base, and then they can go into position, and then they can go into here like that. Make sure you're getting the right, that's the wrong way round. See, as I said, everything's all very self-explanatory, very simple. they go in there like that. And then you do the same with this one. You put that one on that side like that. And then you can push that back into position. Don't force anything. It will all go back in where it should do. And then you've got the grill bit that goes in the middle like that. And then you've got the guard. And then that goes in there like that. Now, I know it does seem a bit of a, ooh, is that what you've got to do to get them in? So as I was saying to you, you've got to make sure that these get in there properly. Make sure it's the right way around, which it is. And so just being cast iron, it's alright when they're on the. This one's got a slate, not a slate. This is on like a slabbed half, so you can give it a little bit of elbow grease. But as you can see, let's turn this off. It's done. It's all ready to go. It's fine. There's no issues with that whatsoever. But if you try to take these side bricks out first, you're gonna have problems. You can unscrew them, but as we all know with screws inside of wood burners, one day, just one day, they go on about death throw and these filters, and they've got to be like for the environment, which is great, and I really appreciate all this. But like for one day, they're going to put these screws and bolts not inside the appliance, because like it's just the same as the fire cement on the joints. You know, get the right size pipe, and you won't have to put any fire cement on there. Don't just try and use it. Just don't order any old pipe and just stick that in there. And it's the same with screws. Stop putting screws inside wood burners, because they heat up and they expand. And then when you go and try and undo them, then they snap. That's why I never screw any bolts tighter than what I can do with my hand. And I've been doing this for 24 years now. And I don't get snap ones, because I had to tighten them up by hand, not as tight as I can. But I tighten them up so they can't come out, and every year I come back and I can sort them out. So this is how you do it. So remember that. So when you do these, first thing you do is take the guard out first. Then the next thing is you take out the guards at the bottom where the ash drops down. You take them two bits out, the two metal bits out first. Then you take the two base of the fire bricks out after that, which is down here, gently. And then these bricks will drop down. Then these metal side plates, they will come sliding out, and then when you slide them out, make sure you hold that baffle plate up into position. Don't just slide them out and just forget about that, because that'll drop and it might snap, and these aren't cheap. And then what you do is you take them out the sides, and then you take the baffle plate down. Then remember there's another one above it. And I've shown you how to do it. It looks like a keyhole, so there's one big hole and it goes into one small one, and it's actually slotted into the small bit. So then all you have to do is pull it towards you, and then it will go into the big piece, or the other way around, I can't remember now, but you'll see on the video. And then that'll drop down, that'll give you access to the actual appliance, and then you're sorted. It sounds like there is a lot to do on this one. It's not like some of them where you lift the plate up and then you move it to one side and it drops down. A lot of them do that, but you know, like this is where the experience of being a fitter for so long it comes into effect. Because obviously when I used to fit them, I used to fit a lot of these on my own, because I don't like working with people. I only work with my son, and because a lot of people are idiots and they ain't got no common sense. And what I used to do was just take everything out of the appliance. And I didn't realise at the time that obviously I was learning by doing that. I used to take everything out, even take the door off, the whole lot. And it's amazing how light these wood burners would become. And you could literally lift them into position yourself, and then put everything back in afterwards. And it made the job so much easier for me. And that's what I used to do all the time. And then like wheeling them in, I've got an inflatable sack barrow that I use, so it doesn't damage the carpets or the floor, because it's got inflatable tyres. and it's amazing, it's absolutely amazing. But you know, and I didn't realise, obviously, when it comes to sweeping stuff like this, you know, it makes such a difference. So as you can see, I shall show you now. It is all done, all ready for the winter, and it's as simple as that. So if you follow that procedure when you've got one of these particular stoves, the peanut, you'll be sorted. So